Hey everyone, how's it going? So today's video is going to be all about how to deal with that bad test or bad assignment that you did not so well on, and kind of how to cope with that and how to move on and, just continue to be productive in school. So, we all have those times in school when something is a little bit harder to understand, it's a little more difficult, the concepts are a little unclear at times, and when it comes to, writing a test or a midterm exam or even working on a project or an assignment, sometimes they don't turn out the way that you want them to. And for me personally, I've had this happen, a few times. So everybody's not perfect. There's times when, you do fail things and, but you have to make up for that, and you have to continue to kind of stay motivated and stay positive and just not let it affect you too much. Obviously, you want it to have an effect on you because you want to do better and you want to achieve more than obviously what you got on that test or assignment. But you want to be able to stay motivated to do better. So I've just filmed actually kind of how to stay motivated in school video, so you can go ahead and check that out. I'll link it in this video if I remember to do that. So if you do a test or an assignment and you get the grade back and it's not where you think it should be, if you did really, really bad or, not as well as you thought you should, I'm just going to offer a few little tips to kind of keep you going and not kind of dwell on that grade. So related to that, the first tip that I can offer is not to kind of drown yourself in your sorrows, and don't put yourself down because of the grade that you received on this assignment or test. What you want to do, you don't want to get yourself down, because that's just going to distract you from other things, other schoolwork and studying for other things that you can do really well on. So when you get that test back, just look at it, take it in, don't dwell on it for days upon days and let that turn into something, because that's never a good idea. So obviously when you get that test back, you're not going to be feeling the best. You're not going to want to study as much because you think, you did so bad, you just want to give up, you don't want to do anything else. But that's not the right way to go about it. So what I suggest, excuse me, is just to kind of do something that requires a little bit more energy to keep you active and keep you happy. If it's going for a walk or a bike ride, or, just doing something you like, maybe surfing the net, going on YouTube, or, going shopping somewhere with some friends, or just hanging out watching a movie. Just do something, that is going to keep you in a positive mindset. You don't want to, like I said before, dwell on the grade that you received. So my next tip is to just look into the future and aim to do better on your next test or assignment or whatever it is. Obviously, it's not the end of the world if you do bad on one thing. If you're in college or university, things are, a little more important. They have more weight to them, so more of a percentage. So if you do, fail a midterm, it could be worth 15 to 20% of your overall grade, which is a lot. But you just have to, think that you're going to do better in the future, and there's always another way to make up for that. So just aim to do better on that next test or that next assignment, and like I said before, don't dwell on the mark that you got on that test. So this next tip is probably one of the most important ones, and what you want to do is notice and kind of keep track of your mistakes that you've made. So if you get that assignment back or that test, and this whole section pertaining to a certain topic, you got all those questions wrong. You want to focus on that section, obviously, and figure out where you made your mistake and where your kind of mindset is for that section. So maybe you need a little bit more time with that, going over it and spending more time, obviously. It could also be, I know for me sometimes, it's just, for lack of a better term, stupid mistakes that I make sometimes. If you forget a double bond when you're drawing an organic molecule, stuff like that. So it could be little things that just kind of, you know, add up, and you just want to make sure that you are aware. And I know from that one time I forgot that double bond, I never ever forgot a double bond after that. So that's just a little side note there. Chemistry talk. But you just want to be able to make sure that you are aware of your mistakes and be able to correct them, and obviously be able to approach those types of problems again in the future if they come up. So another important thing to think about when getting a test back or an assignment or whatever is, do you understand why you received the grade that you did? So was it because you didn't study? Was it because you're not understanding the material? Is it because you didn't have enough time? Just, you know, pinpoint what the error was and why you received that poor grade, and be able to reflect on that. And maybe, you know, if you didn't study as much as you thought you did, well, now that you know, if you want to do better, you have to put more time into it and you have to study more. So pinpointing, you know, what your error was and in aspects of why you received that grade can really help you in the future and achieve a better grade the next time. So in the end, you just have to realize that everybody is going to have a bad day, and everybody's not going to do the best and be perfect all the time. So you just have to be able to recognize your mistakes and learn from them, and just stay motivated to study and do better. So I hope that you've picked up some tips from this video that you can apply to your own schooling and studying and everything like that. And let me know in the comments below if you have any other suggestions for future videos and things like that. And I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.